prophecy of book of Daniel chapter 9 about 70 weeks is the mathematical calculation and proof that we are living in the end times. So 70 weeks means 490 years. Each day of the week represents 1 year. So these are 490 years that were given to the people of Israel and the city of Jerusalem. When Daniel wrote these words, he was still in the exile, so the prophecy could not have started. This prophecy has been divided into 3 sections, and the first section is 62 weeks. 62 into 7 is 432 years. And the next section is 7 weeks, which is 49 years. And the last section is 1 week, which is 7 years. So first section, 62 weeks, started in 398 BC and ended in 30 AD. Some of the stuff that would have happened in those 62 weeks will be the everlasting salvation, reconciliation, and everlasting righteousness will come in, and the last book of the Old Testament would be written, and rebuilding of Jerusalem would happen. That happened in the time of Ezra and Nehemiah, and last book of Malachi, which is the Old Testament last book, was written. So 398 BC was the time when it started, and 30 AD was the time when it finished. And Daniel said that at the end of 62 weeks, Messiah will be cut off. And we see that in 30 AD, the cross and death and resurrection of Jesus Christ happened. However, there was a hold on that prophecy from that time onwards, because in 70 AD, Romans destroyed the temple and they sacked Jerusalem from being the city, and then they exiled all the Jewish people from the land. And almost after 2,000 years, Jewish people came back to the land in 1948. However, the prophecy didn't start until 1967, when Jerusalem came under the control of Israel after 7-day war. And that was the time, 1967, when the second section, which is 49 years or 7 weeks, started. And it lasted until 2016. And 2016 is the time when Donald Trump became the US president, and he was the catalyst or the force behind Jerusalem being declared as the capital city of Israel. So that's the time now we are living in. Jerusalem is the capital. However, the last week, which is the time of Antichrist, is still yet to come. And some of the ingredients in that will be Antichrist coming and letting Jewish people build the makeshift temple and altar, and Jewish people will start the sacrifices as a covenant between the Arabs and Jews and Antichrist. However, in the middle of the week, 3.5 years later, Antichrist will put an end to the sacrifices and set himself as God, and that would be the time of tribulation and the Antichrist tribulation time. That would also trigger the second coming as well. So we are living right at